This is Andrew, and welcome back to Madman Review. In this episode, we will look at hunting ammo options in 2021. Our selections have changed a bit over previous years because there is a massive demand for ammo. Yes, you've heard me. Ammo is becoming scarce, the same way semiconductor microchips and toilet paper are. Everyone is stocking up ammo like the end is nigh, and manufacturers are struggling to meet that demand. That means they do not have the time to focus on research and development on new loads. However, that does not mean we are left with the same old loads from years past. Some major names in the market have churned out new loads in 2021, and I'll give you my recommendations that span various types of firearms. As always, you can find the links to these products in the description, so make sure to check it out. Let's dive right into it. The Winchester XX Diamond Grade 410 Turkey Load. Let's start things off with a bang and talk about shotgun loads. A lot of people think that the 410 shotgun was at best for beginners given how old it is. Back then, serious turkey hunters would not even think that the 410 was an option. Well, the forgotten 410 is now making a huge comeback thanks to technological advancements. So Winchester came up with a new load for this ancient cartridge. It's a 3-inch, 3/5 ounce 410 load using the number 7.5 diamond grade shot capable of peaking at 1,100 feet per second. Winchester designed the load for the tightest pattern possible so you can smack turkeys right off. Of course, the 410 is not as powerful as a 12 gauge, but you also do not have to bear with this fierce kick from it either. Browning Wicked Blend. Wicked Blend combines platinum steel and bismuth shot, a lethal combination for waterfowls. You get a 70% steep payload to a 30% bismuth payload stacked in a wad above to create a tight pattern. That way, you can more accurately hit waterfowl at longer distances without sacrificing muzzle velocity. You get 4 12-gauge loads and 1 20-gauge load. Both of them will have a precision round bismuth shot combined with a precision round steel shot to achieve that tight spread. Their excellent performance at long distances is achieved thanks to the Browning BXD wad. Federal 12-gauge 3-inch heavyweight TSS. This is another turkey load from Federal. As the name suggests, it's a 3-inch heavyweight TSS load for the 12-gauge. You get 2 ounces of number 7 and number 9 shot, as well as a flight control wad. The 12 gauge is popular among turkey hunters, so you don't really like the 410 load I've just mentioned. This is a good option to fall back to. Federal said that this load is capable of reaching 1,150 feet per second. The downside is that it's quite expensive, but the shots are powerful enough to knock big birds right out of the sky. In fact, it's powerful enough to sweep away most of the feathers, saving you some time for plucking. Talk about killing 2 birds with 1 stone. The 6.8 Western. On to rifle hunting lows. We have the 6.8 Western. I would say that the biggest surprise this year is the debut of a new rifle hunting cartridge. The 6.8 Western results from the collaboration between Winchester and Browning, which are 2 of the biggest names in the market. The cartridge is designed for tapping big game at long distances as their bullets have more heft and can be fired from 6.5mm cartridges. The 6.8 Western uses .277 caliber bullets, which are on the heavier side compared to other bullet loads in .270. Winchester, the ballistic coefficients on the .277 are also higher, meaning more energy is maintained at long distances and flatter trajectories. The 6.8 Western is basically your .270 Winchester short Magnum cartridge, but shorter, so you can use longer and higher ballistic coefficient bullets, not to mention it has a faster twist rate at 1 in 8. Your initial loading came with a 165-grain Nosler AccuBond long-range load from Winchester and a 175-grain Sierra TJK load from Browning. Winchester 350 Legend loads, Defender and Deer Season XP. The 350 Legend is a popular cartridge, even though it was initially designed for states that allow straight wall cartridges for deer hunting. Its wide acceptance stems from the fact that it can be fired from an AR-15, and it's a great deer hunting cartridge. Winchester has 2 new loads for the 350 Legend. The first load uses 160-grain bonded protected hollow point bullet, which is intended for self-defense. It's great for tapping deers, hogs, and even bears at reasonable distances. The other one is the Deer Season line that uses a 150-grain extreme point bullet, which is proven to be a banger of a load with its killer wound cavities potential. Winchester 6.8 SPC, 115-grain Deer Season XP. Alongside MSR cartridges such as the 6mm ARC, 224 Valkyrie, and the 350 Legend, many people seem to have forgotten a powerful hunting cartridge for the AR-15. The best part is that this cartridge has been around for about 20 years already. Luckily, Winchester still remembers the good old days, and they gave us the 6.8 SPC. As the name suggests, the .277 caliber cartridge is a powerful deer destroyer with its 115 grain extreme point bullet. It's not a .270 Winchester, of course. However, it can definitely take down whitetails at close to moderate ranges. Federal Premium Hammer Down. For lever action loads, let's start with Federal. They released their Hammer Down line recently, and it took the world by storm. Their cartridge used nickel-plated cases and chamfered rims for easier reloading in lever guns. The bullets are engineered to work really well as lever gun velocities. This year, Federal will introduce 3 new loads to the Hammer Down line. You get the 35 Remington loaded with a 200 grain bullet designed especially for tapping deer. Their second load is designed for the 444 Marlin using a 270 grain bullet. Their third offering is a 250 grain load for the 45 Colt, which should hold its very own very well in revolvers. The Buffalo Bore 32 Winchester Special. Buffalo Bore Ammunition also brings to the market a new load for lever guns. This time it's for the 32 Winchester Special, which is an ancient gun that not many people know about. It's not exactly as old as the 30-30, but back in the day, the 32 Winchester Special was the main competitor to the venerable 30-30. It was an incredibly popular cartridge, and some even believe that it was a better cartridge for hunting big game. Buffalo Bore took it upon themselves to resurrect this old cartridge with a new load using a 170 grain jacketed flat nose bullet. It's capable of reaching 2,300 feet per second. It will drive to almost 24 inches and 10% ordnance gelatin and deliver expansion double its diameter. The load is so great that it might just convince you to start browsing the used gun shops to find an old lever gun that chambers 32 caliber. 6.5 PRC cartridges. 6.5 PRC cartridges are getting community-wide recognition as a powerful long-range hunting cartridge. There are many loads in 2021, and all of them are amazing. You can go for the Federal's load, which offers a 149 grain bullet in their Fusion line, or a 120 grain lead-free bullet in their Meat Eater Trophy copper line. If you like browning, you can check out their Long Range Pro Hunter ammunition line, which has a 130 grain Sierra tipped Game King load, or the Expedition Long Range line with their 142 grain Nosler AccuBond long range load. The Federal Premium Offerings. To close things off, we need to take a look at hunting loads for handguns. Federal Premium introduced 2 additional loads to their offerings in the hunting handgun market. Both of them use the Swift A-frame bullet, which is pretty popular. Their first load is 100 grain for the .327 Federal Magnum. Personally, I think it's an underrated revolver cartridge and deserves more recognition. It has a lot of potential for taking down deer, feral hogs, and other similarly sized game. The second load uses 200 grain bullets for 10mm. Now, I know what you're going to say. Yes, it is intended for self-defense, but the 10mm can pull double duty as a hunting cartridge as well. It does not matter which load to go for. Both of them are excellent, and they will expand generously after penetrating deep inside your target thanks to the bonded front section and the rear shank that remains intact. There you have it, folks. These are some of the best hunting ammo in 2021 with some old friends making a reappearance. It has been an unusual year, but I cannot say that I am upset by the introduction of new loads to the market. You should find one here that suits your exact needs. If you find this video helpful, make sure to give us a like and consider subscribing to the channel for more content like this in the future. Also, hit that bell icon to be notified when a new episode is aired. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again in the next episode.